Have you ever found something that belonged to your loved one that's passed away just laying out on your dresser or your bed or your pillow, your nightstand, the kitchen table? Have you ever had that happen to you? I'm going to tell you, it's happened to me. So today's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, everyone. I hope you had a great day today. We got some chocolate here. We're going to have a little cheat day today. We're going to take a little piece of chocolate today. And I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. But as I was thinking about people that I care about, people that I love and miss, my father has passed away, and I was looking at this on my dresser today. I want to tell you the story about this. It's kind of amazing. And please leave a comment below if something like this has happened to you. My father passed away, and many times I'll be driving in the car and I'll be thinking about him, and I literally feel his presence. Like I get chills. The hair on my neck sticks up and I'm like, oh my gosh, my father's in the car with me. And then I'll just talk to him. But one time when I was moving from another house to a new house, and I was thinking about my dad that's passed away. And when you're moving and doing something and you're really thinking about someone, it was just weighing heavy on my mind. And so a box I've opened many times before, putting organization things in there, packing it, getting ready to move. This letter is laying on top. And I looked at it, and it's like, how did I not just see that before? And I now keep it in a frame. It's one of the most precious things I own. Like if my house ever burns down, I'm running to get this first. But this is a letter he wrote to me when I was just a child. And I'll share some of it. It's adorable. Dear Andrea, I came to your house about 11:30 p.m. to visit you, but everyone was asleep. Well, that's good because little girls need their sleep. I guess your daddy had gone to bed and the dog barked, but nobody heard her, luckily. I want you to have this $1 bill and spend it whatever way you want. You are a sweet and wonderful little girl, and your daddy told me so. So it goes on, and it's from the Tooth Fairy. And my dad wrote this when I was just a little girl. And so I keep this, it's just so precious to me. I keep it framed. It's on my dresser. I'm looking at it now. Like, it's just, have you ever had something like that where you're thinking about your mother or your father or someone that you love that passed away, and the next thing you look over, it's something you've always looked at, and now there's something else. You're like, how did I miss that? Whether it's a letter or a special coin or a feather or a hummingbird or a butterfly, you're like, I've looked at that before. How have I not seen that before? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of amazing. I thought I would share that story. So while we're on the topic of the spiritual world, I'm going to get into what some famous people believed and experiences. I think this is really interesting, especially on Valentine's Day when we're thinking about people that we love. But also, everyone, I'm going to do a live tonight where you can jump in on this conversation. It's on my other channel, Doc in the Den, spelled D-O-C in the Den, Doc in the Den. We're going to go live tonight for Valentine's Day and celebrate Valentine's Day together. You guys can ask questions and get in on this conversation we're about to have. So this is really interesting. Some of these authors and artists and celebrities that I just think are amazing believed in the spiritual world, God, reincarnation. So let's go through them. It's really wild. So Benjamin Franklin, now this guy was a pioneer in his day, extremely intelligent. Do you know he absolutely believed in God, the spiritual world, and reincarnation? He believed famously that the human soul persisted and returned into a new body after we die. Even in his early 20s, he was writing, "My work shall not be lost, for it will be as if one appeared once more in a new and more elegant edition," and declared the life's work shall not be lost and could continue to be revised and corrected. So he's literally alluding to all the work he did in that lifetime. He's going to come back and continue that work. I wonder who Benjamin Franklin is today. Isn't that interesting? So he very much believed in his ideas of reincarnation, and the soul does not expire. It goes on and on. which was really trailblazing for his day. And even up into his late 80s, his writings, he said, I look upon death as a necessary part of the Constitution, just as sleep is, and we shall rise refreshed in the morning. And again, he's alluding to how when we awake again, when we pass away and our soul comes back again in our new body, we rise refreshed yet again. Isn't that wild? I love that. So we have another very well known. Now, a lot of people have their opinions on Henry Ford, right? Ford cars. And you got to admit, at least he was an amazing businessman. Some of his famous quotes: "Genius is experience. Some seem to think that it's a gift or talent, but it's the fruit of long experience in many lives." So even though he believed in the 5-day work week and employees would work harder if they had more leisure time, so he was really credited in creating Monday through Friday and having the weekends off, right? He lived from 1863 to 1947, and in an interview when he was in his 20s, he stated he started believing in reincarnation. And this belief in the afterworld and that the soul moves on, said it gave him a sense of peace. And he said, just going to work is futile if we cannot utilize the experience we collect in all this life to move into the next life. Isn't that amazing? So, if he's right, his soul is around yet again, right? Like, who is he now? Is he an industrial titan? Is he running another car company? So, okay, another quote. So let's go to, which one we're going to do? I love this one from George Harrison. We all know him, right? A very famous musician. He is known as saying, friends are all souls that we've known in other lives, and we're drawn to each other. I believe that because I have like my circle of friends. And don't you feel like you've known them before, or, you have your soul group of your family and friends, and you guys just move, or we all just move from one life to another in kind of that same inner circle? That is a theory. George Harrison, as you know, was in the Beatles, and he was drawn to Hinduism. He was extremely spiritual. He often talked of reincarnation. And he referred to his body, here's another quote from him, as a chariot going through this incarnation, this life. Yeah, a chariot for the soul, right? Walt Whitman, an American poet who wrote Leaves of Grass in 1855, is quoted as saying, "As to you, life, I reckon you are the leavings of many deaths. No doubt I have died myself 10,000 times before." Yeah, so another amazing quote just to make you think like, yeah, our soul moves on and on and on, right? Yeah. Even Socrates, the great philosopher, one of his quotes, "I am confident in the belief that there truly is such a thing as living again, and that the living spring from the dead, and that the souls of the dead are in existence, and that the good souls have a better portion than the evil." Well, that's a really positive outlook, is it not? It is. It is. Goethe, the famous German poet, famous quote from him, "I am certain that I have been here as I am now 1,000 times before, and I hope to return 1,000 times." I don't know if I want to come back to Earth 1,000 more times. I really don't. I would come back again, but I'm really looking forward to just kind of hanging out in heaven for a while. Just being in another dimension and just really kind of thinking things through. Just take a little break, right? Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just thought that was kind of fun to go through some famous quotes like that. Okay, so we're going to do a live tonight for Valentine's Day. It should be really fun. Remember, it's on my other channel, Doc in the Den, spelled D-O-C in the Den, because, right, we're just going to hang out in the den and have a nice chat. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a cheat day. This is dark chocolate. I am going to enjoy some chocolate tonight for Valentine's Day. I'm glad you're here. Happy Valentine's Day again. Meet us for the live chat tonight, and thanks for being here. And in the description, I'll leave the link to the other channel. Okay, everyone. See you on the next one.